Have you ever been constantly told that a game is really good, that it's not only one of the greatest games of all time, not only is it challenging but fun, but it's beautiful and a nearly perfect masterpiece? Well, that's what I was told for the longest time about Hollow Knight. And then I played the game, and I found out that the game is fucking dog shit. Hello, Heralds, and welcome to The Harbinger. I'm your host, PVZ, The Harbinger, here today with my first official episode back after months of being absent. Today I'm here to talk about why I don't like the game Hollow Knight. First, let's talk about my expectations for this game. I played Hollow Knight first a few years ago because I heard it was a fun and difficult game with a gorgeous atmosphere. And I love playing difficult games, so hearing that this is one of the better ones, I decided to give it a try. When I started playing the game, I honestly enjoyed it. I actually was streaming it. I don't think I streamed it from the beginning, but I did stream it, and it was pretty enjoyable. I liked voicing all the little characters, and I thought the game was overall pretty good. It was pretty fun to walk around until you got blocked by something, then go walk around everywhere else you could to gain a new ability so that you can go back to where you were and continue. And in between that, you had enemies and bosses to beat. It wasn't until I played for a good while until I started disliking the game. The map became extremely complex and dumb, almost becoming useless, because you need the guide charm everywhere you go in order to figure out where you actually are. Bosses became extremely far away from spawning points, and unlocking new abilities became confusing and complex. This, alongside the jankiness of the game, just made it not fun. Not to mention, like, the final bosses are very disappointing, leaving you dissatisfied on your way to beat the game, but also dissatisfied when you actually do beat the game. First, let's talk about the map. The map in this game is probably one of the worst mapping systems I've ever seen. First, you have to have this charm equipped at all times in order to see where you are. This is just so dumb and annoying feature because you have to disequip and equip the charm every time you want to fight something and then put it back on when you actually want to see where you are. Also, the map system is just outright dumb because in order to see the map, you would have to go into that area, find the merchant, and then purchase the map. Also, the map doesn't even have a good way of showing you where you actually go. In the beginning, you can clearly see the routes that you haven't been to, so clearly you have to go that way. And towards the end, you don't actually see where you actually have to go because it's actually technically blocked off by something, or the map is just doesn't show you, and I just think that's dumb because you have no idea where you're going. So you just spend hours walking around trying to figure out where you have to go, and it turns out you have to go into this very specific corner and do a very specific ability to continue on. Another really dumb thing about the map is that it doesn't update, which means if something happens in the area, the map won't change to show you the difference. Later in the game, one of the areas becomes corrupted, and so pathways get blocked, but the map doesn't update. So you end up forgetting that those pathways get blocked, so you go to that area, go all the way to where the pathway is blocked, figure it out, oh, it's blocked, so you have to walk all the way back to where you were and find a new pathway, which ends up being even longer than the pathway that you took. I mean, this mapping system is so bad, I had to look up a tutorial multiple times just to figure out where to go. It's just annoying and dumb how the map works, and it makes the game just unfun to play. Another thing is the spawning. In order to change your charms and heal, you have to set your spawn point at a little bench, which is fine, but a big problem is the bosses don't have benches near them. So when you die, you have to end up walking all the way back, which is really annoying because it doesn't allow you to practice the boss properly, so you have to spend most of the time just walking to the boss instead of actually playing the boss. I mean, I've spent hours in this game just walking from place to place. According to Steam, I have 98.8 hours in this game, and I can tell you 90 of those hours are spent walking. And according to the game, I have 54 hours spent playing, and I can tell you that 50 of those hours are spent walking. Don't ask me how I spent 90 and 50 hours. That's just true. I mean, I got so sick of walking, I installed a mod that would allow me to fast travel to any bench, but I still had to walk a crap ton. So I installed a mod that would literally teleport me anywhere I want. And I still felt like I was walking too much. Unlocking new abilities also sucks as well. At first it was simple. You go to the only area you can, get the only ability over there, and then you can make your way to whatever path was blocked for you. But by the end, there's a million different areas to explore, and all of them have some sort of dead end. So you're going from area to area trying to unlock ability, only to find out, oh, this isn't the right ability. I have to walk all the way to the next area. Oh, this isn't the right ability. Oh, I have to go walk all the way to the next area. Oh, this isn't the right ability. Oh, I have to go walk all the way to the next area, only to find out none of these areas are unlocked by your new ability, and you actually have to go all the way back to the beginning, go down a secret well, put your head into a random wall, and then boom, you get a new ability, and it turns out it's one of those. So you have to go all the way back to each one to figure out which one it is. Then you find out, and then it's just all a bunch of stupid walking. It's just annoying and dumb. I mean, I feel like it should be obvious where you have to go and how to beat something and how to get something. It's just not obvious, and it's just extremely dumb. This just adds to the hours and hours of walking you have to do from place to place, and it's just extremely stupid and not fun, and it ruins most of the game. Another thing that makes it you have to walk what feels like hours is the fact that the game has a lot of janky things about it, like hitboxes just not being what you think they are, and the game just eating your inputs. I mean, you would take damage from Spike even though the character didn't even touch it, and sometimes you can literally be holding down a button and the game just doesn't want to do it. I mean, replaying this game for this video to get some background footage, I was literally holding down A and I clicked shift to dash. And guess what? The character went right. I didn't even click D, and the character still went right. I was literally holding A, and I clicked shift, and the character dashed right, which led to me dying. And these things would lead to you dying or taking damage, which means that you had to walk all the way back to the bench or start the boss all over again, which means you have to go all the way back to the bench and then walk all the way back to the boss. And that's just super annoying and completely ruins the game. But if these things were the only issue I had with the game, sure, I wouldn't like it, but I wouldn't hate it like I do. The main reason that I hate this game is that it's not even a real challenge. The final boss is like extremely easy, and after you beat him, it just feels unsatisfying. So you have to look up how to get the secret final boss, which is hyped up to be this insanely difficult challenge that only master gamers can beat. But he was also really easy, so when you beat the game, it's just unsatisfying. It's not like Cuphead where, you spend all your time mastering these bosses, trying to figure out their patterns, trying to figure out how to get to the next thing, getting close and close and close until you actually beat it, and then it feels just satisfying when you beat it because you spent so much time doing this and it was actually worth something and you actually tried and you actually did something. But in this, they're just so easy that it's not even satisfying and it's not even fun because you didn't have fun trying to beat it. You spent 5 hours walking and 30 minutes beating the boss. When people talk about this game, they talk about how it's so great and how it's such a challenge when it's just not. The gameplay sucks, the challenge is in walking everywhere, and it's not even satisfying to play. I hate that this game gets so much hype, and that people are extremely excited for the sequel, Silksong. I don't think this game deserves praise. I mean, the only, and I mean the only good thing about this game is the art style and the graphics, which I can admit is pretty good. I honestly have no idea about the audio though, because I don't play with headphones on, but this game is mediocre at best. But people treat it like it's this godsend game that is nearly perfect, and I hate that. This game doesn't deserve to be praised. This game doesn't deserve hype. This game doesn't deserve anything. It's just not good. But people treat it like it's this masterpiece, like it's this extremely good game, but it's just not. And I don't like seeing people just straight up lie. It's annoying and it's dumb. If you want to play a challenging game that's actually good, just play Cuphead. It's a million times better than this. But that's all I really have to say about Hollow Knight. If you like Hollow Knight, let me know why in the comments, because I just don't understand why literally anyone would want to play this game. Remember to like and subscribe, and reap what you sow. Bye bye.